Hello. This is part 2 to me trying on my contacts. It's a different day. It's like quite some time since I did my first half. I had another video that I did, and let's just say I could not get it to save to my, because I recorded it on my old phone. I tried to airdrop it to my new device, and it successfully airdropped, but I couldn't save it because I guess it was too large. So unfortunately, the first half of that video is gone, because that was like a 40-minute video, and then I did the half where I I believe I did my contacts, and I put them in the little thingy, and yeah, but I unboxed it and everything in the first video, and now it's all gone. So oh well. But in that video I was expressing that I have transmuted a lot of my darker energies from the previous video where I said I hated my life, and I still hate my life. It's nothing new. It's just I'm more of an acceptance state right now, and it kind of fluctuates between acceptance and the opposite of acceptance, where it's I can't accept this, and it's just having to accept it. Though is honestly it's what makes the present moment not as miserable, and I know that. I'm just gonna surrendering is what makes the present moment not as miserable, because I'm releasing control over the things that I can't really control right now, and it's very hard sometimes. Yeah. Because I'm just really eager to move on with this chapter of my life, and so controlling it or trying to control it, it's oh, let me take ownership over my life, and I am doing that, but there are certain parts that I just don't have complete control over, that I just can't shift in a snap of a finger, and so those are the things that I have to release control over, because I genuinely I would run myself crazy trying to, I would just run myself crazy trying to fixate on that, knowing that it's something that I just can't really fix right now. And before, it was something that I had a very good perspective about, where I could easily just surrender, and in the past I was more greater about surrendering the things I can't control. As of now, it's a bit more difficult, because I just don't like it. I don't want to surrender. I don't like it. I want it fixed now. Yeah. That's me reaching my breaking point, where I'm no, I'm tired of surrendering and being patient and building and working towards things. I'm sick of it, but what else can I do? I literally can't do anything else but do that. And so I find too that I tend to rush myself, or at least I'm trying to do that lately, where I'm well, let me just hurry up and get all this done and do this and work towards this and accomplish this, and then it's just I'm not taking care of my feminine aspect, the side of me who needs rest and to be at peace and not anxious all the time. I get overly too ambitious, and I'm like, I don't want to be here, so let me hurry up and do things so that I can't be here. Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of burden energy towards my life and the path my soul chose, and it pisses me off how my life has unfolded, because I feel like I deserve better. I know I deserve better, and I'm trying to figure this shit out, like, with everything in me. Like, I'm trying my best, and it feels like nothing I'm doing is working sometimes, and it feels like if it is working, it's just taking its very sweet ass fucking time, and I'm just like, what the fuck? I just saw 555. Yeah. Every time I see 555, I think of, oh, massive big change. Yeah. I don't know, I'm trying to do something different. I've been more intentionally allowing myself to rest and slow down and not rush, because the thing about alignment, and when you try to move in accordance to alignment, rushing takes you out of alignment. When you're trying to force, that takes you out of alignment. Alignment is about staying in flow, and you're taking the necessary steps, of course, but you're not controlling, you're aligned, you know, you're allowing it to come to you. And that's the kind of life I'm wanting to live, where I'm balanced in both masculine and feminine energy, but I'm tired of being overly masculine and like having to do and survive and strive and work so fucking hard for nothing. Like, that's what it feels like. So I want a life that's balanced, where I'm allowed to have a soft life and I can ease into being more feminine, because being in survival mode, you can't fucking be feminine. It's just not, it's not like, it's not built around you being soft and at ease and peaceful, you know. And so trying to believe that like my needs will be met, like the universe will provide for my needs, and all I need to do is be aligned and take the inspired steps that I need to take, for whatever it is I'm doing, like with anything. And it's not that I have to do to have my needs met, of course, but this is more so like, I'm talking like in terms of like my career and stuff like that. Like, there's certain needs that I have, there's certain, even aside from my career, there are certain things that I have that, you know, I'm trying to figure out with like my living situation, the career path I want for myself, and, you know, trying to establish myself physically, because I've already been establishing myself spiritually, building my inner foundation, and now it feels like I'm doing it physically now. And I, you know, I always believed it would be easier, and maybe it is supposed to be easy. I don't fucking know. Like, I just feel like I've always lived such a restricted life, and I've just not been able to live life. And this is aside from like just doing what makes you happy, because that's what I'm actively doing now. Like, I'm going towards the things that make me happy now, but even still, like, my soul chose a life that was very restricted, and I grew up in a very abusive home. Well, I still live here. I don't have family, no support. I have no friends. You know, there's a lot of things. And I have to figure out how to build stability for myself physically. And so that's what I'm trying to do. And but you know, my soul also had to choose for me to be, or have an unconventional path, you know, like none of it makes fucking sense. And like, I had to choose to want to be a singer and a musician, you know, very unconventional. I bet, you know, honestly, art, I feel like art is, it's natural, it's ancient, but I feel like in this day and age, anything artistic is like, it's just not very conventional given the economy we live in, you know? It's not very conventional, but I don't fucking care. I just want to do what makes me happy. And so, yeah. But I'm trying to believe that in me following my heart and my joy, that what I need, like everything will fall into place for me, like miraculously. That's what I believe, and that's what I wanted to like believe. And you know, it's been a challenge believing that, because sometimes it feels like it's for nothing, like nothing I'm doing is fucking working towards anything. But it's just, I feel like the world has just hardly ever reflected all of the hard work I've like done spiritually on myself in my internal, because they, you know, say the external reflects the internal. And I feel like I've shifted tremendously internally. And yeah, and I've come to like really fixate on the external and it be the source of my misery. Yeah, because I don't like what I see, but I'm trying my best to do what I feel is going to better my situation. And of course, if I had $1 billion, boom, I'd be out of here in a heartbeat. But I don't have $1 billion, you know. But I don't want to also do something I absolutely hate and then be in the cycle of working for someone else. And once I move out, if I were doing that while being sustaining myself on a 9 to 5, that would just be this big cycle that it's just, see, it just makes my brain hurt. I don't want to work for no one else. I don't want to work a 9 to 5. It's just not for me. I mean, I did it before, and I always knew it wasn't what I wanted. I wanted to be my own boss and to have my own, like, I guess, business, or just my own thing that I've created myself that I control. And I wanted a life where I don't have to work for money, that I get paid to exist. But obviously the system is designed to make you feel like working is the only way to become successful, and then like, or at least working for someone else is the only way to become successful. And I just think it's crazy. And then it's also like, the people who are very successful and rich, they're not working for money, they're making money in their sleep. Oh, I saw something. They're making money in their sleep, and then they're telling us, oh, our riches come from us slaving away, and our heaven comes once we die. Like, we don't get a heaven on earth or a paradise on earth until we pass away, and it's in the spirit. It's just like the biggest scam ever, because they're literally, well, I don't even know what I'm saying. I mean, I know what I'm saying. I hate talking about money though. I have a lot of like trauma about money. Yeah. I feel like I just want to do what makes me happy, and that my joy is the key to my success. And with anything, you gotta build and you gotta start off from somewhere, and that's the hard part. And it's like I'm doing that, but when you start doing that, there will be a lot of days where you feel like, is this even fucking worth it? Like, what am I doing? You're doing things and you see no, I guess, progress physically, but like you're building a foundation spiritually. Yeah. And I really just like talking about this because it makes me very angry. But I'm still talking about it because I have to, for myself. Because honestly, I'm a human being that lives in America. Like, a lot of people struggle with the same things I struggle with, and I shouldn't feel ashamed for having lived the life I lived and trying to figure it out. I feel like so many people also struggle with these things, and I'm not the only one. And so I've just been made to feel like I have to be ashamed of the fact that, like, you know, while I didn't grow up in like extreme poverty, I didn't grow up super well off either. Like, I definitely wasn't well off enough, and I am not well off enough to like have my own like place or my own car, or and the people who, I guess, the parental figures in my life, they didn't like set me up for success physically. So I'm having to figure this out all by myself, and it's not easy. But the universe will help me because it has to help me, because I'm telling it to help me, and it's gonna help me because I said so. Like, the universe is going to fucking help me, and there's no if, ands, or buts about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing my part. They don't call it co-creation for no fucking reason. So yeah. But anyway, this is like the part that a lot of people probably don't speak about when they're following their dreams. I don't like to say chasing because I'm not chasing something that's already meant for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not chasing anything. It's already mine. But this is like the part that people don't talk about. When you are following your dreams, the initial start, the initial phase of beginning is never, it's not a sunshine and rainbows kind of like path. There's a lot of doubt sometimes, there's fear, there's patience required, and that's where I'm at, where I'm taking my steps towards it, and I'm truly dedicating myself to just doing what I want to do, what makes me happy, which is music. And I want to be a full-time music artist or a musician, and have a life where I am sustained on doing what makes me happy. But obviously, you know, this is still the beginning, and surely other people might have a very smooth, I guess, journey towards success. Mine has felt very much the opposite. You know, it's not quick success, it's none of that. And you know, it's fine if it's not that, because I'm trying to build something stable, like, that lasts, something that's like legacy for myself. So a perspective I like to keep is just, I'm currently just laying the foundation physically, as daunting as it is sometimes, because I'm tired as fuck. Like, all of my life has been me having to work and work and work. And obviously I know I need to be doing music because I genuinely love it, and I'm not like doing it for monetary gain, which is not the case at all. But like, I just want my dreams to be a reality, and sure, they are in a future timeline. I'm just catching up to the timeline, but still, it's sometimes very tiring, especially when you're at your lowest. Like, I feel like I'm at my lowest I've ever been with my health and my mental health and every other aspect of health. But I have to keep going while still being so drained and exhausted and not well. And sometimes it's like that, you know? Sometimes it be like that. But yeah. I mean, I'm still posting on YouTube, which is pretty cool because the whole point was for me to give myself a place to express myself freely and also try to build community. That's where I'm at. I'm trying to build my community, my support system. I'm trying to, oh my god, the light's flickering. But I'm trying to build my community and attract the people who are meant to support me and my art and my presence here and my soul tribe. Yeah. So it's like a thing that I have to just keep doing. I just have to keep showing up, and sooner or later the right people will find me. The right people, yeah. But anyway, so that's a little life update. I can't believe I spoke about like money. Like, it triggers me to speak about my living situation because I've just been made to feel like that's something to be ashamed about. But I feel like a lot of people struggle with the same things. I feel like there are so many other people who are in very toxic homes, who are young like me, who are trying to figure their life out and get themselves into a better living situation, and also do what makes them happy, and also take care of themselves. And there's just a lot of things, and I just know once I'm not here that my life would flourish so much more, because I have PTSD, and so being here is just a constant triggering of every like traumatic thing I've ever experienced here. And that's why I'm constantly so exhausted, because my nervous system does not ever get a break here. And it's like, yeah, I can regulate as much as I want, but I just never fully feel safe enough to rest and just be at ease here. Yeah. So I have to make sure I'm really taking care of myself. And then I have autoimmune things due to the amount of stress I deal with, and managing my stress is really important, and I'm trying to do that. And so that's what I've been doing, where I've been just like not trying to pressure myself to take action all the time. Like, rest is also productive, so I'm trying to balance inspired action and then my need for rest, which is a lot of like a constant need for rest. Yeah, it's a constant need for rest. But yeah. In a weird way, it honestly feels good to just talk about my life like this. Even the things I'm more like reluctant to talk about out of like fear of being judged, it's still very fun to talk about it. Or not fun, but it's just very cathartic. Because that's also what I'm doing, is like moving through my fear of being judged. Because I mean, everybody has issues. A lot of people deal with the same things, you know. I'm not the only one. And if anyone would ever judge me for what I deal with, that's reflective of their own character and not mine. Because who judges someone based on their struggles? It's very weird, right? But one thing no one can say about me is that I'm not doing what I can. I'm far from complacent with my life, and I work very hard to better myself and my situation. And a lot of people may not understand it because it's just not meant for them to understand. Like, just because I'm not slaving away doesn't mean I'm not working towards the things. I'm doing what I want to do. And if that means I'm taking the time to build something solid and stable, and that takes time, I'm going to do that for myself because that's what I want. So I'll take that, which will in the end grant me the success I desire, over quick success. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather put in the effort and actually build something sustainable that reflects who I really am. Like, anybody could work a 9 to 5, but I mean, it doesn't really change much of anything, because I mean, the economy we live in, it doesn't really change much of anything, you know? And you can't really, that's like a thing like that takes time. I think when you work a 9 to 5 anyway, is like you build yourself up the ladder. Like, you get, like, what do you call it? Like, you get raises or promotions, which takes time. You have to be there for a substantial amount of time. So it's like, if I'm gonna have to build anyway, I'm gonna do something I want to do. I'm gonna build towards that, something that makes me happy. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, you know. And if I don't, like, just because I'm not seeing like quick success or like immediate results doesn't mean it's not working spiritually. I like to remind myself of like the garden theory that like I'm planting seeds, and the more I show up and the more I nurture them in the physical, they grow, and then it'll reach a point where they're not just growing underground and sprouting, but they're coming above ground. And so that's what I like to remind myself of when I get down about me working hard towards my goals and stuff, and feeling like I'm not seeing immediate results and stuff. So yeah, but I feel very aligned. I feel like I'm at the right place, right time. I feel like this is one of those things too where like my physical reality is like an illusion, and this is like forcing me to detach from it and truly focus on where it is I know I want to go, and it's further like helping me or pushing me to manifest and quantum leap into the timeline I know I want to be in. And so that takes a lot of extreme courage and strength to have to like completely disregard what your eyes see, but know what your heart is like guiding you towards. It's like a test of faith, honestly. Like the Fool card, like, you know, which is funny because it's like right there, but like the Fool card is like you surrendering and trusting even when you cannot see it, you still know and have faith. That's like where I'm at, and not all the time do I have faith. But it's like a it fluctuates. I'd say that it fluctuates. Yeah. Deep down though, I always have faith, even if it's like they say, faith of a mustard seed. I always have faith that it's going to work out, because it has no choice but to work out. You know, I'm living. It can't not work out for me. And then I'm gonna look back at this video like 5+ years later, 10+ years later, I'm gonna be like, oh my god, the roughest part of my life, the most challenging phase of my life, when I was in that very liminal gray area where I wasn't still in the past chapter, but I wasn't fully in the new reality I'd been building. Damn, what was I saying with that? Where I wasn't still in my past chapter of life, but I wasn't fully in the new chapter because I was in that liminal gray area, like the birthing canal. Like I was rebirthing myself and birthing this new reality. I'm gonna look back at myself when I'm in that reality, and I'm gonna be like, wow. I'm gonna be so grateful to this version of me who has been struggling and really going through it and still choosing to get up each day, and put one foot in front of the other. I'm gonna be so grateful, and I'm gonna be like, wow, she fucking did it. She did it. Yeah. Yeah. Because it's gonna work out. And I feel it in my bones, you know? I was also saying, yeah, my life has been a very odd life. But that just means, like, it's not meant to be understood. Like, and I have no idea what is happening in my life. But it's a very odd, mysterious path. And, which means mysterious, like, mysterious opportunities and stuff. We'll see. 1 second. Okay, I like paused it right on 3. Yeah, it's been 33 minutes. I noticed too, my videos are always about this long because for me this is like I'm transmuting, so I'm getting all of my thoughts out. Yeah. I just got out of the shower too, so my skin's like, and I have on this cute dress and this cute top. Yeah. I'm gonna try on my contacts, but I'm gonna do it, I think, in a separate video, because like I feel like I want to make content sometimes that are like specifically for a certain thing, but I feel like what I tend to do, I'll just like mush it all together, which is fine, but like, you know, I don't know, I mean, it's fine. I also was saying in the video that got like, I guess like it just got corrupted. I couldn't save it for whatever reason. So in that video I was saying how like, if you're really for me, like part of my tribe and stuff, you'd be watching up until this point. Like I'm attracting people who are very in-depth, who are like myself, who enjoy hearing people talk about very in-depth things or express themselves to a very great degree. Those are the kinds of people I'm attracting. Not people with short attention spans, because if you have a short attention span, you likely would not be able to watch my videos because they're very long. But anyway, so that's my little life update. My life update is that I'm working towards my goals and dreams. I'm putting myself out there more on social media, which is great. I've been, in a way, slightly networking, but I feel like it's just like the beginning, and the more I do it, the more it's gonna, I feel like the spirits be talking to me through my lights, because the red one, it like flickers at times when I'm talking. So yeah, anyway, right now I guess I feel pretty good about where I'm going in life, or the path I'm on. I like to say, like, I'm blindfolded, but my heart is guiding me. It's like leading the way. I can't see anything. I don't know. But I know. I know here. Yeah. In my heart. Yeah, I know in my heart. So, yeah. But I'm really dedicated towards my music thing. Like, I'm really dedicated, and I'm like really like committing to it more, like to a more higher degree. And yeah, I've been putting myself out there on TikTok and stuff, and it's been pretty cool. I've been connecting with people on there, but again, it's still the beginning, so I feel like there's a lot more to come from that, and sharing my voice and my art, and I've been singing more, and so it's all really fun and great. And I can't wait to work on some music and finish my songs, because I have this like album idea that I have. It's like a rough draft, but I'm working on that, and there's a lot of things I'm working on for my career, and so I'm really stoked. It brings me so much joy, and it's the only thing that gives me purpose in life on this earth. Like, nothing else fulfills my heart and my soul like music does. And I love being able to express myself through music. It's a way for me to let my vulnerable shadow aspect roam free, you know, free of confinement or restriction. And I get to create worlds with my art, and I do. And I'm just so excited to like have my worlds come to life and connect with the right people and network and just build my fucking legacy, my dream reality, yo. And have like other creative friends and like musician friends and collaborate. Like, I'm in the phase of my life where I'm building my community now. So I'm attracting those who are meant to help me make the dream work, because you know they say teamwork makes the dream work. So, you know, that's where I'm at, like my soul tribe. So anyway, that's that. I have a lot of things up my sleeve right now, and I'm excited because the world, I feel like it's ready for me, but at the same time it's gonna be mind blown by what I have cooking in my like little cauldron. Yeah. Oh, excitement. Okay. Yeah. I'm so excited. But that's where I'm at now, and this is me documenting this journey. And so a lot of times it's gonna fluctuate. Like, you're gonna see the not so great moments and the great moments. And because I'm a master alchemizer and I move through my emotions, like, I may post a video where I'm just down in the fucking dumps, and it's like all is morbid and the light, I cannot see the light, and I want to die, and that's my truth. That's my shadow's truth. And then I'll transmute it. I'll feel better. Does that mean I still don't want to die? Like, maybe not as much, but I guess, like, I'm trying to say things that'll, I guess, better allow the viewers to understand me. Like, to never worry, because I'm not suicidal by any means, but there are moments where I don't want to be alive, which makes sense, and it's valid, and it's justified. But, like, I fluctuate from being at peace, and then I had to burp. Being at peace, and then feeling chaotic as fuck inside. So yeah. But I'm very strong. I'm a very mentally strong woman, and I'm a very emotionally intelligent and emotionally mature woman who knows what they're doing, even when they don't know what they're doing. Paradoxical, right? Yeah, like, I know how to take care of myself, essentially, is what I'm saying. Like, I am in great hands, and I will be okay, because I have faith in myself, and this is just a part of the journey. And, you know, I've even had perspectives where it's like, this is that part of the journey where it's like, you need this part. Like, me having such a shitty life up until this point, and like having a horrible childhood, and being in a horrible abusive family, and in a toxic environment, and having no friends, and just like, I've truly come to be at peace with being alone and being my own friend, of course, but just not ever having support and having to parent myself and just do everything by myself. This is like, how do you say, it was like character development, because I did learn and grow, and I have become very mature through my hardships, and I grew to love myself. But what I'm trying to say is, like, even in regards to my music, that gives me so much substance to create from, like, turning my pain into power, you know? Like, people need that. They need, like, the depth, the raw emotion, like, the anguish, because a lot of people are also dealing with the same things, and I'm not alone in that. So I like to think, like, that was much needed backstory for my career, because I'll have so much to transmute and so much to create from. Because, like, imagine an artist who has never been through anything awful in their life or any type of hardship, you know, just wouldn't be much, like, alchemy, you know, much transmuting from their music, wouldn't be much, I guess, depth. I like to think that the pain is like a beautiful thing that can shape and mold a person in their art in very beautiful ways. And so I honor my shadow and the pain I've had to endure, and I have made some of the most beautiful pieces of art through my darkest feelings and emotions. And the album I'm working on is literally like a reflection of everything I've ever experienced, and it's one where I'm coming to find myself. So, like, through this album, I'm actually finding myself, and so it's a very special album. I have a lot of great things in store, so I'm happy about it. I love being able to listen to my music that's been transmuted from very dark, anguishing feelings and emotions, and it's so special to me. My heart is overflowing with just love. Wow. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna stop here now. It's 4:04 on my timer. Can we also just acknowledge how amazing I look? I know. Anyway, I'll be back. I'm going to record another video of me trying my contacts on. So that'll be fun. And if you're watching, if you've watched till this far, thanks for watching so much. Your presence is very much appreciated. If you like my energy and you feel aligned with me, feel free to subscribe, yeah, and like, and also comment, yeah, you know. Okay, bye.